Guys, today we will meet our guest, our client Corey, and he will share with you his successful story at our agency, Match Guarantee. Meet this wonderful couple, beautiful guys, and let's meet Corey at our studio. I will add him. Hello, Corey.
Hello.
I'm glad to see you. Thank you so much for joining me. That you find time to share with guys this experience. So, Corey, introduce yourself, please. Where are you from? About your place, maybe a little bit.
My name's Corey. I'm from the Zalmans, Louisiana. It's in the southern part of Louisiana, close to the Gulf of Mexico. Uh, yeah, uh, I'm a small business owner. I do mostly air conditioning, electrical, and
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's me.
Corey, how old are you? Tell, please
I'm
share with me.
45.
45 years old. Nice. Great, great time to create a family, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so and tell please more about your work. Are you working at US or you travel somewhere?
Uh, well, right now I'm working for myself, so I'm working locally. I don't travel for work. I have worked other places in the past. I've worked in Antarctica for 6 months, doing refrigeration of all things in the coldest place on earth. So yeah, I have worked in other places, but mostly air conditioning, refrigeration type of work.
Okay, so because you're self-employed, you have opportunity to make your schedule as it
Yeah.
comfortable for you, so you're available for travelings, right?
Yeah, I work a
That is
lot of
good.
hours during the summer, and this time of year, I could. It's not a problem for me to just leave and take a whole
Mhm.
month and
And
just travel.
you was in Ukraine many times before, right?
Oh yeah, I've been going to Ukraine every year since 2010. Mostly to Odessa. I got friends in Odessa. I kind of fell in love with Odessa, and I've been going every year, sometimes twice a year since then. I
Yeah,
normally
you're
go.
familiar with our country.
Yeah, yeah, oh, very. Yeah, I've mostly go in August, uh, in the beach season, and then I would go for New
Yeah.
Year's Eve. Yeah, and sometimes I would just go at a random time during the year when I got bored and I wanted to go. Yeah,
So you quite understand our Ukrainian mentality, our ladies.
yeah, yeah,
That is good, good for you. I mean, so when you have this experience, right, it's much easier to build communication when you already know how to communicate with people, what to expect, and maybe how to behave also. Cody, did you have any bad experience before Match Guarantee? Did you try to find your soulmate through some dating sites?
I didn't. I wasn't really too super serious about meeting anybody. I just, I'm stubborn and kind of hard headed. I wanted to try to do it on my own, and
Hmm.
yeah, and that's nearly impossible unless you speak really good Russian. You're not gonna. It's hard. It happens for some people, but not. It's not easy. But I was fortunate. My first trip to Odessa, I met some expats that were living there, some Americans and some English guys that were living there, and
Hmm.
they kind of schooled me on what to look for in uh, if there was certain girls, if they was trying to get me to certain places, it was probably some kind of scam. So
Mm.
I learned early about that. So I didn't
Especially at
really
a
get
distance.
I didn't really get caught up in any of those restaurant scams or anything like that. I knew about it from early, so I got pretty lucky with that.
Uh-huh. That is great. And how it happened that you have friends in Odessa? It was what was your first trip to Ukraine? What the reason?
My first trip, it's actually a friend of mine had met somebody on one of the other dating sites, and he got to be good friends with his interpreter
Hmm.
from the other dating site, and he gave me her number and said, "Look, call her, and when you get there, she's going to help you out." So I did, and me and her became really good friends. And from her, I met other people, and
Hmm.
that's just yeah. She 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 only worked for those people for a few months because she quit right away because she told me to do not use that site. It's a scam. The people you're talking to are or people like me, interpreters, or it might even be a man that you messaging. It's yeah. So
You are lucky that you was not involved in this scam system, and that lady was friendly to you, right, and to told you the truth, not to cause you problems. So it is great experience. So I'm glad that we have good people, right, who can warn.
yeah,
That is.
yeah. I seen some guys get really scammed bad in Odessa. Yeah, you just got to be smart about things and you know be careful.
Did you
Not
learn some
everybody's
information
honest.
how not to be scammed, how to prepare yourself, not to be cheated?
Uh, just if you got a bad feeling about somebody, if they can't really look you in the eyes, or they're not making a lot of effort to want to talk to you. If you spending 2 weeks there and they only want to meet you twice, yeah, they're not interested in you. No, they're
Mhm.
just trying to get money out of you. If they're really interested in you, they're gonna make time and they're gonna try to find time, even with if they're working, to meet you around their schedule. Yeah,
And in some time, we will prove this with your experience with Emilia, which is quite opposite to other ladies, right? Which are not interested. So we will see
yeah,
how a lady behave herself in different situations when she really interested in a man, right?
yeah.
Okay. And how many ladies you speak with through Match Guarantee? You was
Uh,
introduced.
Not many. About 4 or 5. Yeah, there wasn't many, and I just didn't really get I didn't really get the good feelings from them. They looked good. They were pretty. They were nice, but there wasn't really a connection. I
Did
didn't
you
feel.
meet with these ladies or just Zoom introduction?
I met with see about 3 or 4 of them, and then the one before Emilia was from Odessa, and I spoke with her on WhatsApp a few times, and
Mhm.
it didn't go anywhere.
Just not right, ladies. And you
No.
feel this and didn't start. Okay, also, like, need to listen to your feelings, your hearts, and without chemistry from the beginning, it's impossible to speak about anything in the future, of course.
Yeah, if I don't get the chemistry in the beginning, I'm probably not going to put. It's probably I wasn't putting much effort in, so that's my way of kind of blowing somebody off, not really putting in
Mhm.
the effort,
And
hoping
and
they'll go away.
what was different with Emilia when you was introduced to Emilia?
Well, I got in the Shannon Island, and I didn't get to the airport and settled in the hotel until about 8:30 that evening. And I messaged. I said, "Well, you just want to meet tomorrow?" She said, "No, I want to meet you tonight." So she was very eager to meet me, and we met. And yeah, and every evening since the first night we and then the day she had off, we spent most of the day together. Yeah, it was every day. Yeah.
Mhm. And did you feel that it can work from the first Zoom introduction? What feelings do you have?
Well, the Zoom, yeah, I liked it on the Zoom, but I until I meet somebody, I can't be sure. But from that first night, yeah, I was pretty sure about her. Yeah,
So only after real meeting.
yeah, real meet. It's got to be a real meet with me. Yeah,
Yeah, definitely, definitely. I absolutely agree. But I mean, anyway, maybe you have some different feelings during Zoom introduction, or maybe some like um, not intentions, but some special feeling like, oh yes, I like this girl. I feel like something will work.
yeah, I did like it from the Zoom meeting, but yeah, I had to. solidified with the in person meeting.
Yeah, I agree that even if you have good connection during Zoom meeting, right? Like good talks, easy conversation. Anyway, need to meet as soon as possible. And how many time passed after introduction Zoom call until you met?
It wasn't, but let's see, maybe 5 or 6 days, because I went to Paris and I was in Paris for about 5 days. So, and the other, yeah, it was maybe less than a week. Yeah, I went. I
I
went.
will a little explain to guys because I was there at that introduction Zoom call. By happy occasion, Corey already was in Europe, in Paris, and when he had this introduction call with Emilia, she also staying in Europe. She living right now like a refugee in islands. And Corey was without any doubts. He had time for that moment, and they discussed this moment about meat very fast on first introduction call, which was, I think, during little more than 1 hour of conversation they had without interpreter. Emilia speaks English by her own, and they decided on that first introduction call about meeting. And Corey was fast, and he offered to fly and met her in islands. And yeah, it was maybe in 5 days or something like that, less than a week. And they had a first meeting. And what about English language? Your level of English, is it bothering you? Did you have any complications about that? Some
No,
misunderstandings, maybe?
not at all. Not at all. I mean, if for her to understand me clearly, I gotta talk slower. But
Mm-hmm.
English is really good. And every now and then, if it was something that was a complicated point, I would just type it in the Google Translate, and we use Google Translate. So
But it
now
didn't. It
there was
didn't
no
ruin the
problem.
chemistry, right?
Yeah, there was no. Yeah, yeah. The communications are easy now. With every country you go to now got internet. It's easy. There's no excuses now. Not
It
to
is.
communicate.
This is great to hear. And guys, if I can judge, Emilia level a little bit less than mine. So she can explain everything, understand everything. She can explain everything with a simple maybe words. But I mean, usually Ukrainian ladies speak some middle level of English, and it is, as you can see, it's enough yet to have good communication with the men for any topic you're interested in to speak. Okay, and can you share more details about your first meeting?
Well, the first meeting was kind of brief. It was only maybe 45 minutes because it was kind of late, and it
Mhm.
was at the restaurant at the hotel I was staying. Uh, that was Saturday night. Well, the next day, she didn't have to work, so
Mhm.
we met for lunch. We had coffee, and then we went walk, and she showed me what a Shannon River, and we got full of mud because it was muddy, the trail, and yeah, we just kind of walked around, and then we met again that evening and for dinner again, and just mostly conversation about you know what her goals were, what my goals were, and everything was matching up pretty good. So yeah, and it's just every night since the first meeting we met up somewhere, either at the hotel, restaurant, or Shannon's not very big. It's got
Mhm.
a mall, and everything's in the mall. So we'd meet at the mall and either go for coffee or go eat something. Yeah.
And how she behaved herself?
Uh, yeah, good.
So it was something what you expecting from lady, and you can feel and see the serious intentions from lady's side.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay, it's important to understand for guys, especially this difference, to understand, mm, does a guy, does a lady like a guy, or she just being polite and maybe shy or something. So need to catch this difference. Is the person sincerely interested in you, like in a couple, like in a soulmate, or she just friendly and polite? So very important for guys to understand this difference. And when the lady mm, ready to spend every day with you, to meet with you, right? And she behave herself also in a special way when you can catch this feedback that she is interested in you, like in a man, right?
Yeah, yeah. I could
Uh,
definitely tell a difference in some of the other ones that were just, yeah, would be in
maybe you
play.
can share.
Yeah, I could tell she was interested. Yeah.
I mean, maybe you can share the differences. What did you admit between behavior of Emilia
Uh,
and the previous experience when lady was
well,
not so interested?
eye contact's one thing, and she didn't fiddle around and play with a phone and stuff like that. So she was paying close attention to me,
Hmm.
and sometimes I'd message her first. Sometimes she'd message me first. Yeah, stuff like that. Yeah, if you always messaging her and she never sends you a message first, I don't know. She might not be interested.
Hmm. Yeah, it is very true. And also important question for some guys, really interesting. How much messages usually you, especially at the very beginning, you usually exchange? Like how
Uh,
often do you send messages to Emilia?
what every morning, so either she sends me something or I send her something, and then it's just 4 or 5 messages in the morning, and then sometimes at random times during the day,
Hmm.
she'll send me a message or I'll send her a message. Yeah,
And
so
she usually respond to you immediately, right?
yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah,
It's also like I want to show guys like how lady behave herself when she really want to be with a man that she interesting. So she will try to keep in touch as much as possible, but at the same time, this border, this line when no need to over talk, to be too not nasty, but not to spoil this, not to ruin this communication with over messaging or something.
yeah. That's what I was kind of worried about. Am I overboard with it? But it's her. She sends more messages to me than I send to her. So
You're
I
not
think
texting
I,
guy,
I think
right?
I think it's all right. Yeah.
Okay, okay. You're not too over texting guy, like not bothering people, right?
No, and then she tried to video call me. And I had to stop her because I was driving. I said, "Look,
Hmm.
I can't do a video call right now. I'm driving. I'm on the road." So we're probably gonna do one today, later on today. I told her
Hmm.
the video calls is best when we both off and I'm home and I'm not behind the wheel. So we'll probably do a video call after I finish with this.
Hmm. And what about now when how many days you spend together? Like a week, right?
Yeah, about a week.
Like a week, and now you staying at your place and she's staying at Shannon. And how often you keep in touch? And do you
Uh,
have video calls?
well, we gonna do a video call today, so we could probably do one video call a week, and then daily texting back and forth.
And you're okay with that?
Yeah,
Comfortable,
yeah,
yes?
yeah, yeah.
Keep
I'm all right with that.
Okay. I will go into the chat, guys, a little later to say hi to all of you. I want to respond this question. Is his lady single mother? Hello, Simon. No, she is not a single mother. She is a girl without family experience. She is 34, if I remember correct,
Yeah,
right?
34, yeah.
So 11 years age gap, and she is not a single mother and never been married before, and lady who was really serious about the creating a family. As well as Corey, you don't have
No.
previous marriage, no, never. Okay. Yes, guys. So I'm glad that people find each other. Corey, can you share what were your top three the biggest fears about looking for a wife in Ukraine?
Uh, the biggest one was probably everybody is worried about that is she just using me for citizenship or something like that. That was a big thing. I kind of was thinking about a lot, and if it's that or actually choosing the wrong one and getting a divorce.
Hmm.
I don't want to get a divorce. That's why I never got married. I only want to do this one time, and if it don't work this time, it's not going to happen again. I'm only going to do it once, and that's it. Yeah,
So
because
serious.
yeah, I got a lot of friends that've been divorced, and yeah, it don't turn out good for the man on this
So
country.
you was picky, right? That I
Yeah,
need to choose just the one correct person.
yeah, I wanted to be sure because I could. I'm not depressed. I could. I live all right. I'm good being a bachelor, but I would rather be married. But I'll be okay if I'm not married.
Hmm. Great. In Ukraine, we have some suspicious about like not to look ahead, not to promise something good, right? But I really hope that your couple, your relations will work good without any troubles and that it will happen once and forever. So, of course, every one of us dream about this kind of connection, uh, not to have troubles in the future. Nobody wants them, right? But it's a quite difficult two ways work from each other, right, to support this good communication which begin at the very beginning of relations, and to if two people sincere to each other and on the same page, I think it can work, yeah, with a good marriage for many years ahead. Okay, and how do you feel now with your fears about Ukrainian wife?
I'm happy now. I think it's gonna work. Uh, yeah, I think me
No,
and
no
her.
fears anymore, right, for this moment.
I think we're gonna get along good. Yeah.
It is nice to hear. Yeah. Also hope so that this fear are in the past. um, can you share your impressions about coaching? Was it helpful from coaching from Match Guarantee?
Oh, definitely, definitely. Without a doubt. I mean, they gave me some real good advice. I used most of it, and so I mean, yeah. This is I didn't really mess around with too many other dating agencies because I did that bad feeling about them. I actually met the owner, and I met the matchmaker in Kiev already, and yeah, they seem like really good people. Yeah, Joe come pick me up with his wife and his two
Yeah,
daughters, and I had to ride in back seat with his two daughters, and they were screaming and making noises. Yeah, it was fun.
something test drive for you.
Yeah, I think he was
Future.
testing I think he was testing me to see if I would get aggravated back there with the two kids.
I
But
don't
yeah,
think that he tested you for special reason. It just occasion, right? But at the same time, yeah, it's a good situation to show you how it will be at the same time, right? Joseph and Anna, they are very responsible to both sides, and as well to ladies. We want to provide for ladies good quality men, and if men will pissed off because of child screaming, of course, what this lady can expect from such kind of husband who will be not patient, right, in a family life, because a lot of things, moments can happen, and so also it's important to be loyal, kind, patient to many things, because life such thing when you need to pass through many moments together, many situations. Okay, I just curious because I can understand you are adult man who had some previous experience with women before, of course. And how do you feel like somebody tried to give you some tips, some advices, how you need to behave, what you need to do?
well, yeah, Joe would give advice on because the Ukrainian women are a lot different than Western women. Uh, So different advice works with different women. Western women are a lot different. Um,
Hmm.
Ukrainian women kind of more traditional, I find, in roles as far as like being a masculine man compared to some of these Western women that actually are more masculine and more argumentative, and
Hmm.
yeah, they want to be the boss. So
Hmm. So, do you think without such kind of preparation, advices, some coaching, if you could behave yourself like in your country with the Western women, could it work in Ukraine?
what this
If I mean, without coaching, if you will behave yourself in Ukraine
it
the same as you behave yourself in your country, could it
it would
work?
be a lot harder without
Hmm.
coaching from
Hmm.
somebody that's got experience in Ukraine to do it on your own. A lot
Hmm.
harder. Yeah, because I mean, you've been in the States or Canada or England or something, and you used to dating those kind of women, and then you go to somewhere else, and then it's a culture shock, and they're different. So you go have you got to behave a little differently than you do
Hmm.
over here. So it does help to have somebody giving you advice. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, I think it's also helpful because of differences in culture, and some things could be fatal mistakes,
yeah.
which will just lady will just piss off. Okay, so your investment in finding your half through match guarantee, was it worth it and why?
Oh yeah, yeah, it was worth it because if you if you start adding up these letters that you go on these other sites, and it's like
Hmm.
$5 per letter both ways. So every time you exchange a letter or they translate, it's about $10. So you're talking to somebody for a couple of months, and it could get into the hundreds and thousands of dollars just exchanging letters, and you're not even guaranteed that's who you writing. It might you might be writing the so it's worth the investment if you're serious about it. Yeah,
Hmm.
not if you're not
Serious,
serious about
you
finding
mean when you're
somebody.
ready for action? So what
Yeah,
do you mean serious?
well, if you're not really serious about finding a wife, I mean, I wouldn't invest in any dating agencies. Just go to Ukraine if you're not wanting to get. I mean, if you if you're not serious, but if you seriously want to find a good quality woman, yeah, it's better to go through match guarantee, because the women they are serious. Because some of the other sites are I've met some women on Tinder, and even if they're not serious, they still want to communicate with you and try to get money out of you. So
Mm.
yeah, I met a lot of them on Tinder too, and those don't yeah those don't go anywhere.
But
90% of it, yeah.
I
Yeah,
never was
all
in
those women are
Tinder.
looking to get money. Yeah,
Uh,
they're just
I never was in Tinder, but and maybe this is a reason because of some reviews. And for me, this is just an app for both ways hook up, and that's
yeah.
it.
That's a lot of it. Yeah, on Tinder.
Yeah. So also don't think it can be serious. Can be, but very very small percentage. But usually not serious people concentrated there, right?
Yeah, it's
Because.
rare you can meet anybody on Tinder that's not that's
Mhm.
serious about anything but getting some money.
Yeah. Also, so it means that like everywhere, not everywhere, but in many opportunities like dating sites or dating apps, you have some risks to pay money for nothing, but no result, no guarantees, right?
Yeah.
Okay, how would you rate our services on the scale from 1 to 10? Each guarantee.
Uh, I give him at least a 9.5. Yeah, it's pretty good.
9.5. Wow.
9.5. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, Cody. It's really pleasant to hear. Yeah, and you also like a guy who really listened to all the tips, all the advices very fast to make the steps, and you was serious already. And guys, I had some part of work with the Corey, like with the client, during his meeting with Emilia, and really all things I wanted to share, want to give some advices. He was really open for everything, and really did. And that is great because it worked this way, right?
Yeah, yeah. Normally, I got a hard head. I don't want to listen. I want to try to do things my own way. But yeah, I was like, maybe I ought to listen a little bit close and do exactly what they say. Yeah, and it worked. Yeah,
Great. It's important also to be who you really are, to show your real self. It's also important to do things in your own way, especially if this way is correct and charming. Some tips just like help to make correct step from the beginning, and this step from lady's side would be accepted like something right, correct, accurate, and then you can behave yourself in your own way. So of course no need to message or call to a coach like, oh, what should I say or what should I do before every action. Of course you need to do things your own way because you will live with this person, yeah, in the future, just one on one. It's important to be yourself, but at the same moment very important to build first communication on a right in a right way. Would you be happy to recommend us to your friends?
yeah, yeah, definitely. Anybody that's
For
seriously
good
looking
friends,
to
serious
want to
ones.
go. Yeah, I don't have a lot of friends that like to travel or would be open to going. Or but the friends that I do have in Europe and everything that are looking for um, to get married and everything, I would definitely recommend them. But
Mhm.
none of my local friends, they think I'm crazy going to Ukraine.
Really?
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
they
yeah.
will jealous you when you will
Oh
bring
yeah,
Emilia.
yeah. They might change their mind. Well, most of my friends are married or divorced or something.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, you know, because I'm
Yeah.
45, so most of them. And yeah, I've got friends that's got kids that graduated high school or in college already. So yeah, and I have none yet. So I'm kind of behind them on certain
No, I
aspects.
can I can understand their point of view, like to travel half of the planet to meet someone. Like, are you crazy? What guarantees, right?
Yeah,
But everything is good. What ends good? Also, this question from Simon: Is she village or city girl, Emilia?
and she's shitty.
She's city girl, right? She is beautiful girl, guys. I will show you one more time. Beautiful and young lady. This one, yeah. And she's from Kiev or Kharkiv. Don't
Yeah,
remember.
yeah, from Kiev.
From Kiev. Yeah, guys. Uh, Kiev girl. Yeah, but guys, she was really serious about marriage. She was very open-minded from the beginning. Didn't play any games. She was sincerely like she could show her interest, yeah, and serious intentions that she is ready to meet. She is ready to, if everything will work good, she like show that she wants serious relations and family marriage in the future, marriage and kids, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, nice looking couple, agree, absolutely. And happy for such our clients, for girls and for men, of course. It's guys, it's very happy event when you can meet someone, when you have this special feeling, some special person for you, and everything work as it should work. It's great. Corey, I will go into the chat and show some comments from guys. Hello, what? Hello, Tommy boy. Hello, guys. Um, Second. And guys, thank you for coming. Corey, it's very useful video for guys because they can see how it works in real life from the same like you are the same guy as our viewers, and some of them want to start this journey maybe, and also have doubts, have worries, like your neighbors, right?
Yeah.
So they just want to know. Maybe viewers, you have some questions for Corey, different kind of questions. You like you can be free to ask anything you're interested to know how it was. Vincent, hello. Thanks for sharing, Corey. Yes, because it is important to know the details, like some even tricky things, like how much money did you spend for trip, or some maybe moments like if the lady is serious in you, will she let you to touch her, to hug her, to take her hand, for example, yeah, on the first date or second date, something like that. This is important things, and guys can understand when they are really can create something there, or when lady just scam or being polite and without any interest. Ellen, good morning, lovely Jana. How did he find your picture letter? Then he had the first meeting. Corey is client of Match Guarantee. Emilia also a client of Match Guarantee. So Corey choose her profile as our database and send her introduction letter, her profile, and she responded that she is interested to see this guy. Then they had one introduction Zoom call. After this Zoom call, they exchanged their numbers. I think it was immediately after Zoom, if I remember correct. Matchmaker sent to me her contacts, guys, maybe during 1 hour after this Zoom introduction, and they exchanged their personal contacts and started their communication. And Corey was very brave and fast to buy tickets for plane to meet her in person, maybe in 5 days. Yeah, and after that, they spent 1 week together. And as for me, this is like perfect experience, as I can see this from my perspective.
Yeah. What I would suggest, if is not waiting too long. Once you exchange contact details, uh, I would uh, be ready to have a trip within a couple of weeks. Because I mean, if you communicate with somebody that you've never met before, I
Mhm.
think it's probably best not to exchange information with somebody until you actually are planning on going soon. I wouldn't get the exchange communication too far out, because you're gonna lose interest, or she might lose interest. I think it would be better to do it right away. So once you find somebody and there's mutual interest, do the Zoom call maybe a week before you leave or something like that. That way, uh, you don't lose interest talking to somebody, because I think that's what happened with the last girl from Odessa. We didn't even do a Zoom call. We just changed information, and it was just texting back and forth, and that didn't go anywhere.
Why you didn't have Zoom calls or some
Uh,
any Viber call,
I don't
WhatsApp?
I don't I don't know, but we just they just, yeah, that's before I before Joe had referred me to you to start. Yeah, it was before. I didn't know who you were at the time. It was before that. It was a couple, about 3 months ago, maybe more.
Mhm. I mean, as I can see this moment when people exchanging numbers and starting communication, but they are still strangers to each other, and you are not too exciting to know someone due to text only. And if at the beginning it can be interesting to communicate, then you lose your interest. Your interest go down, right? And without video calls and perspective of meeting, it will not work
Yeah,
because
that
everyone would concentrate on some other things in real life. Corey, can I ask you this question from Simon? But you can share as you feel. Is you feel that you don't want to ask? You can skip this question. How many dates
uh,
before Corey went to the first kiss?
About well, being there was every day. It was probably about the fourth or fifth date, somewhere around there. Fourth or fifth, I don't remember
So
exactly.
you was a gentleman and you was careful about
Yeah,
that, not
yeah.
too scary, the
I
lady.
didn't want to push too hard. I mean, it's not a big deal to wait. I mean,
Well done,
but
Corey. I'm proud of
yeah,
you. Guys, it's a perfect answer for me because yeah, first of all, need some time to get used to new person, right? To check this chemistry, and definitely the lady was interesting because she also was initiator, yeah, of these meetings every day. She was glad to accept these meetings. So as Corey said, very correct. Like we will have some time, yeah, to wait for this. But also important not to get scary, the lady, not to make any pressure, right? Because sometimes it can be a little. Yeah, I'm proud also of Emilia because she also showed herself like a serious, real lady, right?
yeah,
Not to jump into the some physical contact very fast, guys. This is true Ukrainian girl, and I'm glad of that. Hope this information was um, important and interesting for you, helpful, I can say. Mhm. Okay, go into the chat. I will pick some interesting messages and I will let you go after that. Okay, maybe guys have something interesting to know, want to know from you. Um, Renee, hello, hello to you. Glad to see you. Is there an age difference between them? 11 years, guys. Age difference, which is okay. Corey, how do you feel with age gap? Are you comfortable?
yeah. I wouldn't want to go too much more than 15. That would be my cutoff. I wouldn't want to go
Yeah.
no more than 15 years younger than me. That would be a little bit too much. 11 is good. That's I'm okay with it.
Yeah, I think the same. So as you can see, both guys good looking and middle age, right? And both of them serious without this is first like without previous experience about family, so not after divorce or something. So I think it's like perfect combination can be, right? Hmm. Yearly close in age. I think Corey, this is compliment for you. But
Yeah,
yeah,
I still get ID'd every now and again around here. Sometimes.
Todd, hello also. Thank you, Corey, for sharing. Really appreciate it. Yeah, it's incentivize guys, encouraging our viewers when they can see real guy, uh, not not someone like a hired or something, just a real person next to you live on camera and you free to ask any questions. Um, Simon has suspicions. Question: what led Corey to believe she really serious for him?
Mostly her messaging me and her she was really eager to meet me and meet me daily because my past experiences. You spend all this money, you fly all the way to Ukraine, and you meeting a girl, and you there for 2 weeks, and you only meet with her 2 or 3 times in the 2 weeks. That's no. So her being that eager to spend every evening with me, that's what did it. That's what.
Corey, if you let me, I will share even some personal moment about Emilia, what occasion she had, bad occasion, right? But anyway, she was glad to meet with you, and I think it's shows in the best way that she was truly interested in you. Can I?
Yeah.
Okay, guys. During when Corey was at Emilia place, Emilia had bad news from Ukraine. Her dad passed away during their meetings, during their dates. And if you can imagine, this is a big shock for every person to lose native person lose a dead, and Corey was surprised, but the next day after this news, she anyway was glad to meet, to date, and I think she was initiator, right? She offered to you to meet the next day.
Yeah.
So she was not able to go to Ukraine for funerals. She stayed with Corey, and she met with him even the next day after this PT news. So, guys, if not this, what can prove the interest from lady side, right? Julia, we have here. Hello, dear Julia. Hi, everyone. Such an amazing love story. Good luck. Good luck to you guys. Julia is my co-worker. She working as a host at Ukraine dating channel. Also, girl from Ukraine. Help to guys also to understand how to behave, what will be our reaction. Vincent, Corey, how many women did you contact through Match Guarantee database? How many did you meet? Or was it just Emilia, your first and only pick? Thank you. He already did this answer. So it was like 4 or 5 ladies, right?
Yeah. 4 or 5.
Four or
Yeah.
five ladies.
Not every. Another thing that's gonna that tells me match guarantees that the women are real on there is you'll pick some of them and they won't they say no. If the other
Mhm.
sites, the women on that don't tell you no. No, they all like you. You'll have hundreds of letters telling, and they all like you for some reason, and that's good.
Yes,
Yeah, that's not
definitely
possible.
true.
Yeah, because I went through quite a few of them that I selected, and they said no, and it happens. I mean that
Yeah, first of all, we
that's
can.
reality.
Yes, it's reality. First of all, we can't be perfect for everyone. We can't be interesting for everyone, right? None of us can be 100% amazing for other people. Secondary, they can see just your profile and don't know you personally, don't know how you speak, how you behave yourself. So it also some things which is more difficult to conquer through pictures, yeah, and introduction letter than in reality. But yeah, it's also an indicator when the lady says no because she has her own feelings without any benefits for this communication. No need to waste time if she doesn't feel that it will work. Simon, a question, coach. It's not for me. Question. Let's ask Corey. How much money did Corey spend on his match guarantee and other costs for his trip?
I don't remember exactly how much the match guarantee cost me. I think I got it on a special. It was about 4 or 5 years ago, so I don't actually remember exactly how much I spent. I'd have to ask Joe. Uh, the trips, if you're a smart traveler, um, which what I normally do now, I don't buy round trip tickets because I work for myself, and when I go, I stay as long as I want. I come home when I'm ready, so I'll buy a one way ticket there, and then I don't even know what country I'm gonna be leaving from, so I don't buy my ticket home until a few days before I come home. But the tickets there and back in range anywhere from 5 to 600, as much as 800 if you buy in one way. You could buy round trip tickets usually to almost anywhere in Europe for around 1200. And I travel light, so I bring one bag, and I book. Normally, I book Airbnbs or apartments where I could wash clothes. So I travel light, and yeah, it's all depending on your lifestyle. If you want to spend a lot of money on the trip, it could get expensive if you stay in nice hotels. But if you travel cheap and you stay in Airbnbs, you could get away for 2 weeks. I spent my cheapest trip was probably I did 18 days in Odessa, and my whole trip cost me 2,500. So and that's meals, uh, drinking, the whole everything. 2,500 there and back, apartments, meals. But I mean, depending on, like I said, depending on your taste. If you want to stay in 5-star hotels, it's gonna cost you some money. So
Um, I a little confused because Anna said to me when she gave you like a client to my work schedule, she said like you a client of Match Guarantee during maybe couple of years, but you was not in like everyday search and everyday contact. So from time to time you tried.
yeah, I signed up a while back, and then uh, it was probably a 6 months to a year or something before I even uh decided to go and meet anyone. So I didn't
Mhm.
immediately jump right into dating. I signed up,
Mhm.
and then I think I signed up not long after I got back from one of my trips, and it was it'd be like a whole 8-9 months before I would go back, and then a couple months before I'd go, I'd contact them, and I'd pick a few, and they'd tell me if they had any interest, and then I would meet, and yeah,
Mhm.
that's normal.
Corey, one more tricky question from me. Not tricky, but for guys, it's important to know. I don't know, guys, also the answer for this question. Did Emilia ever ask you to buy something to her?
Nope, never asked me for a cent, nothing, no, never, no cab money, no nothing. Never asked me for nothing. I mean, I paid
Mhm.
for all the
So no
meals and
any
everything.
shopping, no any hints like, oh, I like this, buy to me.
No, 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 definitely. None of the girls I met on Match Guarantee asked me to buy them anything. I mean, they expected me to pay for the meal, which that's normal, but they
Mhm.
didn't ask for anything. Now,
Mhm. This
nine
is what
out of
we
10 meets I meet on Tinder or something, if you meet them, yeah, they're gonna want to go shopping. So,
mm.
yeah, that don't fall for that. No,
looks looks like some school of scam, right? At
yeah,
Tinder.
yeah,
Oh my God. I can't imagine, to be honest. That's why I ask this question because usually Ukrainian lady, she will respect her choice, respect her man. And it's normally when you stay in a certain relations, when a man want to be a gentleman, want to bring joy to his lady and to buy some new shoes, for example. But definitely not at the very beginning, not on some few first dates, right? When you
no,
already stay in certain relations. So it can be after months, 2 months, 6 months. When you already a complete couple and share your life in many ways, and then it's possible. But I mean, a lady will not ask first for some presents, for some shopping, for anything. She will not even expect from you this. So she will be sincere to you. And yeah, to pay the bill, of course, it's okay to pay bill, to pay taxi, but not never ask for, can you send me some money or can you buy a new bag for me? Um, Vince and Corey, my question relates to how many did I show interest, who replied back, etc. Started with 2010 replied back.
over the course, I probably picked that I actually showed interest because they asked for 4 or 5 every time. If you add them all up, uh, anywhere from 25 to 30 that I probably actually showed interest, and maybe 4 or 5 out of all that, was interested.
Mhm.
Yeah, don't be scared to pick a bunch of them because I mean you got to play the odds. I mean, eventually you're gonna find somebody that likes you. Just keep picking.
Okay, what, Corey, based on your experience so far, how long do you think you'll need to get to know her and spend time with her before you decide to get her ring size and pop the question?
Uh, I kind of already did. I'm already looking for rings. I mean, with me, it's either gonna happen fast or it's not gonna happen at all. So that's just me.
Um,
That's how I
mhm.
am with it. I mean,
uh, what do you think, Emilia, think about this?
uh, yeah, I'm pretty sure she's happy about it. Yeah, because I already
I
asked her.
I think so. And as I know, you will behave yourself by your system. Like first, it would be encouraging, right? And only after some time it can be a marriage ring,
Yeah.
which I also want to compliment you about this. Like, first of all, she will see your serious intentions, and you have such age, which is really great for get into serious relations in marriage, when you can understand that meet a correct person. And this encouraging shows your the most serious intentions, and you still have time to get know each other closer and to check you both of you in different life situations. So it's nice to know that you're ready, and I hope it will work. Tommy, age gap doesn't matter. Tommy, you are out of age, definitely. Mhm. This is about scam sites. I posted a photo of gorilla face on AFA profile site and received over 500 messages in 2 weeks. Could it be real?
Yeah. That's it. That seems pretty accurate. So yeah.
Yeah. The Corey, 4 or 5 years, it shows commitment. And I think it's about match guarantee story, but I think it was 2 years and not intensive.
Yeah. Well, actually, it's been about 3 or 4 years since I've been watching the videos, and
Oh,
yeah, because
match
yeah, I've been
guarantee.
watching Joe's. I didn't sign up right away. I watched his videos for a long time before I decided to go with him. Yeah, because I'm real skeptical about any kind
That
of
is
dating agencies in Ukraine. I don't trust none of that real easy. Yeah, it wasn't easy for me to go to
to
an
make a
agency.
step, right?
Yeah, I didn't yeah, just jump right in with 2 feet and trust him. I actually, after I'm meeting him, then I was like, yeah, he's legit. Yeah.
Which is good, Corey, because it leads us to lesson all to all the viewers. Like, before you will start any relations with any agency, you need to check first. You
Yeah.
need to receive some opinion, some trust, some proofs, how it should work, and then by real actions you can receive these proofs. Simon, question coach, did Corey ever do one of those socials with many women with any agency?
I had planned on going to one. The first one I was gonna go to was a match guarantee one. It was something. It was gonna be the one that was gonna be in a small village or something, and it was right around before right with COVID hit, and COVID messed everything up, and everything kind of yeah. But I've never been to a social before.
Hmm.
But
And as I know, Mid Guarantee doesn't create socials. If so, his experience and opinion. So no opinion. Opinion can be, but no experience, right?
yeah, the socials I wouldn't. I mean, I wouldn't have minded going to one, but I mean, I would think that would actually be better than doing the exchanging letters with somebody. Uh, Personally, I wouldn't suggest doing any of those other sites where you exchange letters. If they got a social, go to the social, and if you meet somebody, then you exchange information with them personally, and you don't have to go through any agency. But yeah,
Hmm.
I mean, I don't see any problems with socials. I think that would be if you're gonna go with any other kind of any other way, that would be the other way is a social. But still, you if they're not vetting the girls going to these socials, you don't know what you getting there either. I mean, you could easily get hooked up with a scammer in there too. I've seen a lot of stories. I mean, they're all there's so many stories on YouTube. Just do your research before you do anything.
Right, right, Corey.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I will read last couple of questions and I will let you go. I don't want to uh, delay you from your time. Renee, how many times have you been to Ukraine?
Probably. I've been going since 2010, sometimes twice a year. So, uh, 10 to 15 times. Now, I've not always been. I mean, the first time I went, I was just going with a buddy of mine. Yeah, he talked me into going, and I wasn't. I ain't been looking for no wife for 10 years. I just I really wasn't looking to settle down 10 years ago. I mean, I just kind of really got serious about it maybe about 4 or 5 years ago. When I hit 40, I started thinking about it. Before that, I was just having fun mostly, going here, going there, cutting up. I didn't really care. If I met somebody, I might have settled down, but I just really wasn't looking very hard.
Hmm.
Well, it wasn't.
It
It wasn't
took
a
your
big
time.
priority. Yeah, it wasn't a big priority for me. I just, yeah,
Okay. But what, Corey, you mentioned being self-employed and working on the go. Will you settle down somewhere when you two are married, or will she travel with you?
Well, probably so. Actually, before the war started, I was actually looking in for some property in Ukraine for a summer home. Uh, After I do retire, to stay there because it's so cheap
Hmm.
to live there,
Hmm.
and you could travel to anywhere in Europe from Ukraine for just a few $100s by plane. So that's definitely on the radar. Um, Still, after things settle down. But yeah,
So you can find several solutions.
yeah, yeah. I'm gonna be doing. Yeah, she likes to travel too, so yeah, we're gonna be doing some traveling together. But I'm gonna work hard during the summer when it's my busy season, and then wintertime, and we can do some traveling.
Mhm. And what about now? What your like not impressions, even plans? Did you talk with Emilia? Is she ready to move to your place until you will retire?
Yeah, yeah. She's
She's open to that.
definitely, yeah. So
Hmm.
she,
That is
the
that
way
is
she put it, she really don't care where she lives. She just care who she's next to. So
yeah,
yeah, that's
exactly.
what, yeah, that's what she told me. So wherever we at,
Exactly,
we at.
guys.
Yeah.
If you really have this pure and genuine relations, doesn't matter really where will you live. If you have this great connection, absolutely don't care. Compliment to you from Tommy. Corey, I like a good old boy accent.
Yeah.
Okay, I will let you go. Take your time. Thank you so much. I wish happiness to both of you guys. I really happy to have this great experience with you, like with the couple, with you personally, like with the client, and with this like first success for me. As I can say, not this is your, of course, your work, your luck, but I mean, I'm glad that I was like next to you and on my eyes. Yeah, it happened. I really wish you the best, guys. Corey, thank you so much for your time, for sharing
All right.
with
No
guys
problem. Anytime.
your experience. Yeah, and good luck with all your plans. Okay, so bye bye for now.
Okay. All right.
Anyway, I'm open to you if I need you as a coach. You can text me
Okay.
anytime.
Yeah. If I need
But
something,
I hope I don't need anymore.
yeah, you probably won't need it anymore. I think I got it from you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Hang
Hope
out
you
off.
know what.
If you need any other another interview or something like that, I mean, you know, in
Okay.
the future.
I wish
Or
I hope we will have in the future once one more interview with the both of you.
yeah, and after things do settle down in Ukraine, and if I'm in Ukraine at the
Mhm.
time, and y'all got clients coming, and y'all need some help with something, or you
Oh,
show them
nice
around
from
over there,
you.
give them some advice. If I'm there, if I'm in town, it won't be no big deal. You know.
Okay, nice from you, Corey. Thank you so much. So bye bye. Thank
Okay.
you.
All right. Bye bye.
Oh, guys, really great and positive mood after such stories. And really grateful for you. Thank you also for your questions, which are important to know, even about such things like kiss or something. Yeah, when you can see real. Mhm. Yes, yes, yes. When you can see a real person with the real answers live. Corey, come back and chat with your bride. Yes, guys, they will meet very soon in March. Corey planning to go back to meet Emilia to spend some time together again, and she is really open to move to his place. So yeah, really happy for this couple. Guys, I want to find a video for you also encouraging. And also this information for you can be interesting about Match Guarantee 2022 clients. And now I want to show you video about Joseph and his story. Guys, thank you so much for your time. I wish you all luck, and I'd wish to meet more happy people here at interviews with their successful stories. Wish you a lovely day and all the best. Bye bye, пока-пока.
Do you find yourself over 50 and regretting chasing material riches at the expense of family? Do you believe it's never too late, or have you given up? Maybe Joe's story will inspire you and give you hope. After having it all, millionaire lifestyle, all the toys men dream of, Joe still felt unfulfilled. Joe prayed for God to shake it up, to light the path for his purpose. Well, be careful what you pray for, right? Well, bankruptcy and divorce certainly wasn't Joe's plan. In hindsight, it was God's. Joe found himself 50, divorced, bankrupt, and homeless. Little did he know his best years lay ahead. Well, fast forward 5 years, Joe is happily married to his beautiful soulmate Anna, lives the traveling nomad capitalist lifestyle, and his lifelong dream of being a dad has come true. Twice, with 2 darling daughters, and another on the way. Did you know exhaustive research has proven that regret is what we feel most on our deathbed? Well, if you find Joe's story hits a nerve for you now, Joe asks you to trust him just enough to hear his inspiring true life story. Joe promises to light the path for you to find your soulmate and start your family, even if you're over 50.